How to keep affordable housing livable. The construction of affordable housing is riddled with difficulties. Let's mention the most obvious one: financial limitations. Communities are also concerned that these often ugly structures may depreciate the value of nearby properties. Unfortunately, they are right most of the time. However, some solutions can be implemented to help more people live in affordable, safe housing, promoting a productive lifestyle in the process. So, on that note, a few strategies to keep affordable housing great to live in are listed below. Using prefabrications and off-site construction. Architects have long campaigned for modular construction for various reasons, including cost savings, improved quality control, and the ability to move in fast. This method has been employed successfully in inexpensive housing complexes such as New York City's Carmel Place. Furthermore, Brooks plus Scarpa teamed up with Plant Prefab in Los Angeles to develop the Nest Living Homes Toolkit. It's a collection of scalable modules that can be assembled into varying combinations to meet the needs and conditions of particular locations. Therefore, Maxwell Drever of Drever Capital Management suggests taking a page out of these companies' books and incorporating the same approach to keep affordable housing great to live in. Maintaining your curb appeal. One of the main reasons cheap housing has a negative reputation is that it looks horrible most of the time. Boxy apartment complexes constructed to accommodate as many residents as possible at the lowest possible cost. Furthermore, the materials used for construction also appear low cost, and the craftsmanship is not up to par. Fortunately, the affordable housing industry has evolved into much more than providing people with just a place to sleep. Residents are now given far greater consideration as far as providing them with beautiful structures to live in. For example, San Francisco's Parkview Terrace, a senior housing complex, has incorporated elements that reflect the city's bay window rhythm. Maintaining your curb appeal will allow your housing complex to be considered an essential part of the community instead of an eyesore. It is an excellent method to keep affordable housing great to live in, providing missing services to residents. As stated above, cheap housing development is not only about providing people with a roof over their heads. Instead, contractors have also effectively addressed the shortage of utilities and amenities in low-income neighborhoods in various ways. For example, the Jonathan Rose Companies is now providing residents of North Philadelphia's Paseo Verde with multiple healthcare services such as a pharmacy and clinic. Furthermore, the Bronx's Arbor House houses a hydrophobic garden on the rooftop that contains produce residents can use without ever needing to visit a grocery store for fruits and vegetables. Wrapping up. Deciding to keep affordable housing great to live in will benefit the overall community and local economy. So, consider the tips mentioned in this article and take your affordable housing complex to the next level. In the end, your renters will appreciate your efforts and, in turn, be willing to pay rent on time and without any issues, living affordably in an expensive neighborhood. The cost of living and housing all across the United States of America is significantly higher than in many countries of the world. While some people spend their entire lives living in the same city, many try to relocate to other regions. Different people have different reasons for moving to nicer and more expensive neighborhoods. While some are bound to relocate as per their job requirements, some people choose to make the move in the hope of living a better life. To help you live a good life in an expensive neighborhood while being on a strict budget, Maxwell Drever of Drever Capital Management has come up with a few tips to make your relocation possible and rewarding. How to live on a tight budget in an expensive neighborhood. The following tips are excellent for an individual who wishes to relocate to an expensive neighborhood while being on a tight budget. 1. Try to reduce your average transportation costs. The cost of traveling around an expensive city like New York, Louisiana, or Washington, D.C. could be a lot for someone trying to live their life on a limited budget. Hence, one should follow these tips to reduce their average monthly transportation costs. Try to walk as often as you can to your college, the store, your job, or the park. The physical activity will be great for your body's health and will save you a lot of expensive transportation costs. Invest in a new or a second-hand bicycle and use it to commute to work or school. It will be less tiring than walking and will also help you reach your destination in less time without increasing your expenses. Get a membership card for the public bus or the subway. If you have no choice but to travel via a taxi or an Uber car, try to share the ride with another person and split the fare. 2. Try to cook food at home as frequently as possible. While eating out could be exciting, it does come with its high added costs. The best way to reduce the need to eat out is to shop for groceries as often as possible so you always have food at home. Shop from smaller retail shops with good sales and bulk purchase prices. Cook at home as often as you can. Try all your favorite recipes at home to curb your cravings. Always leave your home with a thermos of homemade coffee and some packed lunch to avoid eating out when you feel hungry. 3. Do not eat out more than once every week. Although ideally eating outside should be avoided, it is alright if you can limit it to once a month. Moreover, when you decide to eat out, eat from a casual fast food place instead of dining at a fancy dine-in restaurant. This is a great tip to reduce your weekly expenses. 4. Share the living space with other people. The best way to reduce the cost of living in an expensive locality is by sharing a living space with other people. You can contact a friend or post on an online social media forum to find potential housemates. Then, simply divide the rent and all other bills. Final thoughts. Living in a nice neighborhood with great facilities is a dream that many share. While the dream may seem unattainable, Maxwell Drever argues that it does not always have to be the case. Instead, the tips above will allow a person to live a good life without constantly fretting over their tight budget. Thanks for watching.